on the podcast, it was him, Andrew Wiggins. I can't trade him right now. I can't do it. Now, are you getting Markkenen back? Okay, then I'll do that. But unless I'm getting Markkenen or even a Brandon Ingram or even one of those players, I need Andrew Wiggins' defense on this team in the worst way.
Opening night, Pods.
Whoa.
And then Kuminga. Draymond. Ingram. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either. But that's why I kind of need Andrew Wiggins here. Defensively, you're going to need somebody. Boy,
they're in a tough spot.
Lauri Markkenen, there's definitely, Danny Ainge is looking to trade him. And Danny Ainge is looking for a king's ransom. So what, we can end the show with this. We got 20 minutes left in the show, Shasky.
How can they salvage their offseason?
Well, not only salvage the offseason, well, it's just a day in. We act like the offseason's over. Things happen quick. They do happen quick, but it was a little slower this year, a little slower than usual. The offseason's not over yet.
Yeah, but it's also the most important offseason in terms of figuring out what the next few years is going to be.
No doubt it is, but the offseason's not over. And I'm sure the Warriors are working right now. They're down at the office right now, chasing them, trying to figure out what the hell to do. Now, if Lauri Markkenen is out there, if I already know the answer to this, so I don't even know why I'm asking the question, but I know the answer. But if you're willing to go all in for Paul George, Warrior fans, 888-957-9570. 9570. Yeah, I forgot the number for a second. 888-957-9570. Are you willing to go all in for Lauri Markkenen right now? Right now. Because Danny Ainge is a hard negotiator. And it's not going to be easy doing business with Danny Ainge.
If I had to pay one of the two guys $30+ million, because that's what it's coming down to. If you acquire Lauri Markkenen, you're giving him, I think, more than what Kuminga's getting. I'd rather pay Kuminga, the homegrown guy, than pay Lauri Markkenen.
All right, 888-957.
So I'm not willing to give up Kuminga.
All right, that's Shasky.
If it was Wiggins and less, then yeah, I'd be in on it. But because I'm not doing, because you're not paying both of them. I just don't see how you get Lauri Markkenen, pay him, and keep Kuminga and pay him as well. Like that doesn't make a lot of financial sense to me.
All right, that's Shasky. He's not willing to trade Jonathan Kuminga for Lauri Markkenen. Are you out there, Warrior fans? 888-957-9570. Let's go to Mike in Richmond. Mike, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's up, fellas? I'm a long-time roaster, first-time caller, baby. I had to call in today because, man, this Klay situation is tripping me up. He's an absolute legend, man. I can't believe we're doing him like this. And when we talk about Klay, we need to talk about his injuries. We should be talking about him like D. Rose or Grant Hill, because what Klay did for this franchise before he got injured was absolutely incredible. And if we go into an offseason where we let him go so we can hold on to some picks, Monte, thank you for standing up against these people who are these pick maniacs. No, thank you, man. Trade the picks. Why are we keeping our picks? So we can draft Odds and James Wiseman and let a franchise legend go? Get rid of the picks, man. If we're letting Klay go, we have to bring in some real talent.
I hear you, Mike. And listen. Good. Thanks for the call, man. First time caller, not bad at all, Mike in Richmond. Thanks for always listening. Appreciate you. You said like Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway. You could say Klay Thompson came back better than all those players. He came back and led the league in threes, made threes. Now, we know we can scoff at that. We have, but 41%. He led the league in threes and won a championship. So I think he came back better than Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway. When Penny Hardaway came back after all those injuries, he was not the same Penny Hardaway from Orlando. He was a role player. Grant Hill, that player that we saw in Detroit, after the injuries, the ankles, he was never the same. He was a glorified role player. Klay Thompson's still averaging 18, 19 a game. So, but I hear what Mike is saying. I hear what Mike is saying.
Wherever he goes this year, I'll be very interested to see what his role is.
Very interested. Very interested. I think he should embrace the bench role. Again, I'm looking at the bench role for Klay Thompson, and look at these splits here for Klay Thompson. I think the bench role suited him well, and I think by coming off the bench, he actually started to embrace it. Off the bench. All right, so as a starter, Shasky, Klay Thompson has 63 starts, 42.5% from the floor, 37.5% from three. Above league average. But he averaged 17 points a game, 92 from free throws in 30 minutes. Now, he started coming off the bench, played 3 less minutes than he did as a starter, 27 minutes a game. But he shot 46.5% and nearly 43% from three. That's a big jump, right? And that's in 3 less minutes. Now, it's a small sample size.
Yeah, do you think the Lakers are going to play him 30 minutes a game and say,
no, I'm saying he came off the bench and played 27 minutes.
Okay, so do you think
he's not going to play? So he was more efficient and more productive in 3 less minutes.
I know.
So I think Klay will be fine coming off the bench if you guarantee him 25 to 27 minutes a game. Because in 27 minutes a game, he averaged 20. As a starter with 30 minutes, he averaged 17.
Yeah,
so he averaged 3 more points per game. He shot 46% coming off the bench as opposed to 42.5% as a starter, 37% as a starter, as opposed to 43 as a bench player in 3 less minutes. So, yes, I think he would say, you know what? In 3 less minutes, in 4 less minutes, I was more efficient and more productive.
I don't know. I have a feeling that he still thinks he can play heavy starter minutes, be one of the top dogs offensively on a team, and close the majority of the games. I mean, clearly closing really, he was adamantly against that. It just
but in fewer minutes off the bench, he was a lot more productive. And he ended up finishing games, by the way.
Well, I know, but I guess where I'm going is like, if he goes to the Lakers, if you've ever followed LeBron's career, he's cutthroat.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the lineup now, 1 minute you're out. Like, if you're not hitting shots, it's on you. Like, everywhere he goes, like, even if you're the closest of his friends or you have a Hall of Fame resume, like, you get iced out real quick. I don't know. I think he better be careful teaming up with LeBron.
That's not the point here, though, Shasky. That's not the point here, though. The point is, in fewer minutes off the bench, he was a lot more productive.
Yeah, but is he going to be happy when he's sitting for Rui Hachimura down the stretch?
Well, you know
is he going to be happy because he's the 4th or 5th option when he is out there playing?
That's all dependent on the game flow. Every game's going to be different, and we don't know if he's going to play for the Lakers or the Mavericks. It's going to look different every single game. But the point is that when he came off the bench, reluctantly, he came off the bench and he shot better from the floor. He shot a lot better from 3. He averaged more points per game in 3 fewer minutes. That, to me, says something like, okay, maybe Klay will embrace that role on the right team in the right situation if he knew he had a chance to win big stake. Like, the Warriors right now are not in a position to win.
Are the Lakers?
I don't think so. I'm not sure he's going to go down to the Lakers. Does he really want to ride around with Daddy on the plane every single day? Does he want to be around Pops every single day? I don't know. I don't know.
This Laker thing feels like it's been cooked up for a while in terms of like, it just felt like you could see the connective tissue. I would just say that.
I wouldn't say that. I think we talked about Orlando so damn much this past season.
No, I'm just saying in general, we've been linking Klay to the Lakers his whole career.
And how about this before we go back out to the lines? Klay Thompson, if anybody knows the pressure of being a Laker, it's Klay Thompson. And if we learned about the pressure of Klay Thompson and the sensitivity that he had this past season, I'm not sure Klay wants to go to the Lakers. I'm sure he probably would just go to Dallas, Texas and be like, look, we're second fiddle. You got the Cowboys, you got the Rangers, you got the Dallas Stars. I'm going to chill with Luka and Kyrie. Luka's going to get all the heat. Kyrie's going to get off the heat. I'm just going to stand on the 3-point line next to Jason Kidd and just jack up threes. Wide open.
I mean, it sounds good. I don't know. I don't know. I think that his market is kind of what his market is, a 1 year, $12 to $15 million a year deal. And it just feels like he's going to have to come off of some of his thought process for him to really have a good imprint on a team.
We shall see about that. Let's go to, we got 9 minutes left in the show. Wow.